So how's it going, everyone? In today's video we're gonna be talking if it's actually worth it to change your thermal paste and pads in your graphics card. The short answer is yes, but the longer answer is stay tuned and watch the video. So in my personal PC I have a 3070 Ti, which I bought like brand new in like 2021, and since then I've never changed the thermal paste or pads or did anything to it. And with time, you know how the thermal paste gets like solidified and it loses the thermal capacity to like transfer heat. So that's why I decided to change it and also make a video about it, and to show you the real life like scenario, like why it's like beneficial to change it after like 2 or more years. It's actually been like almost 4 years actually by now. I'm gonna run a benchmark and show you all the temps. This is like before changing the thermal paste. Also, you should know the variables are not gonna be changing. I have an AC unit and it's keeping the room at the constant 26 Celsius. I have here an MSI afterburner. I'm gonna set the fan to 75%. This is gonna be constant, 75%. And I'm gonna use the 3D Mark to run a speedway stress test, because this is an RTX card and this is using RT cores. Using the RT cores, like the test is gonna be more effective. It's gonna run the card way hotter and all of that. Right now at idle, the card, even with the fan speed at 75, it's weird, you can almost not hear it. Oh, you have to click apply. I was such a dummy. So as I said before, this is gonna stay at 75%. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just gonna go and zoom in real quick. So this is gonna be staying at 75%. Now then, let's see here. Around 40 FPS, which is good for a 3070 Ti. Temperature, I don't know if you can read this on the screen. I'm gonna try to zoom in so you can see. Maybe you can see it like this, I don't know. Yeah, so around 30 FPS, CPU at 56, GPU 71, 72, running at 100%, because this one is using ray tracing as well. So I got a graphical test of 37.78. As you can see there, that's my score. Frequency, we can look here at the chart. This was usage, this was temperature, max was at 83. Yeah, the core clock was around 1830. Now what I want to see is let it run for like 10 minutes and see where the max temperature is gonna go. Okay, the loop is on its final run. It's a loop 20 out of 20. Same like before. Clock at 1845. I guess I could zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Yeah, and this ended. So temperature still being kept at 83, 84. At 84 it hits the limit. Core clock, where was it? Am I blind? Oh yeah, core clock there. Still like that, towards the end. It ended with 1830. So we have that, and we have this score, which is not passed, 89.7. I guess this is not passing a stress test. Frame rate stability 89.7. Best loop score 37.52, and worst loop score 33.67. Remember those scores for after we change the thermal paste. Now it's time to shut out the PC, take the graphics card out and clean the thermal paste. But very important, before we do that, take this MSI afterburner, hit the fan speed at 100 and max it out at 100. Leave it like that for like 10 to 15 minutes. That gives it plenty of room, of course at idle, so we can close out of this. Leave it at idle because GPU needs to cool down. It's safer to work on it if it's like cool. Core should be cool, VRAM should be cool. The backplate, like, it should have like plenty of airflow to like for all of the components to like have time and for them to cool down. If you just like shut it off right away, it's gonna be hot. You might risk damaging something and you might burn yourself. Okay, I'll see you guys when I take it out. Okay, so now we are back with the GPU out. This is the backplate. To open it, you have on this Gigabyte model, You have all of those screws that you have to open, and these four. Some other models may have only like screws for the backplate, and then backplate comes out, and then you open those four screws. Keep in mind this one, that's mine. Some other cars may have this. This is like the warranty. In this particular case, the warranty, it's like... Okay, sorry for that, I got rudely interrupted by the phone call. As I was saying, yeah, the warranty. Some cards have the sticker, if you open it, you void the warranty. In this particular case, it's no longer necessary because this card is like out of warranty, it's like too old for that. Some other cards may have like screws here that keep this shield, and some you have to open this before like you can take everything apart. But this one, it's like from Gigabyte. They usually make a very simple design. Usually go here with the outer screws first. And at this point, some some backplates come off now, but in this particular case, it's not that simple. So you have to open those four as well. And those one are held tight with like a spring, because these screws like bottom out, and then like what keeps the cooler and like presses it, it's like the spring tension from this screw. And now if you have a GPU as old as mine, it's gonna be pretty challenging to open it apart, because the thermal paste has hardened pretty hard on it. So you just have to carefully try not to damage it. And eventually you're gonna go to the phase where you have to unplug the fans and the RGB. We're gonna get to that in a bit. Aha, there it comes. It came loose. So now we can try to unplug. I think this is the RGB. Ah, there we go. I managed to pull it off. And I can press back the plastic casing because that was wanted to lift off as well. And now theoretically you don't have to unplug these two as well, but I would want to open up the fans and clean them because they're filthy as fuck. You don't have to do the same step. You can just like clean, look, even this thermal pad, it's just like breaking off. And this, if I can zoom in on it, this is the old paste. Just look at it, how it's breaking apart. It's like solid. This had like no more cooling capacity. Okay, so I've actually managed to open them. If I can zoom here a bit on these connectors. Let me use my phone to put up more light in here. So those connectors are a bit tricky. They are in here. And it helps if you put the screwdriver and like pull on these like tab thingies that are not really tabs, but yeah, that does help to like get them out. Even they have like small pins down here. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, that's the trick for getting them out. And now I will go clean this. I'm just making a mess because it's very dusty, so I'm gonna clean up the fans. I'm gonna clean this with like isopropyl alcohol and workshop tissues, like the blue tissues, and then try to peel off this as well and clean the VRAM as well. As you can see, it just like breaks apart. So I will be back when I'm done cleaning with this, because this is like it's gonna take a while, so I'm not gonna record the whole process. Okay, so I got ahead and I cleaned it. The fans are now clean, or cleaner at least. I cleaned them with isopropyl alcohol and there's still a bit of dust on them after it dried up, but it's way better than before. I also went ahead and cleaned this and replaced the thermal pads in here, and I've noticed after I took those ones, I think those were supposed to be 2 millimeters thick, and those pads that I got are only 1.5. So I'm hoping that they are not too small, but if they are, we're gonna check the temps, and if they are too small, well, we are gonna have to open it back up and maybe open the second package and just like fold them into, like just like put one more layer on top of them. But for now, with those ones, I'm just gonna use them as it is. So now for the thermal paste. This thermal grizzly gives you this plastic tip that makes it easier to just like squeeze it and like push it around. Okay, I think that would work. Now it's time to squeeze out the thermal paste, and the thermal paste squeezes out like that. And then you can just squeeze it on the GPU like that. Okay, and now would be the time where we try to connect everything back, like the RGB connector. Let's see, when we close it, it should spread very nicely. Okay. It's time to put these screws back in. And those ones screws until like the end. It's gonna bottom out, and you feel it where there when it bottoms out. And this is a job well done, and now we're gonna put it back into the PC, check the temps, and see if we did a good job or not. So, alright, we got back, we put like the GPU back into the PC and opened up MSI, set the fan curve to 75, and you can already tell, like at idle, it's staying way cooler than before. It's just chilling at 37 Celsius, you can see in here. But now the actual test is to see the benchmark. Just one run, same as before. You know the results from last time. Yeah, let's hit run. Keep in mind the exact same settings. Fan speed at 75%. Oh, look at the core clock. Core clock is at 1980. Way better than before. Okay, that was that. And we got a score of 3857. I don't remember what was the previous score, but I'm gonna put it on the screen. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna zoom in here on the screen so you can see that. Okay, yeah, 3857. And now let's run a stress test in window mode, and I'm gonna run a stress test. And let's see where the temperature goes after 20 runs. Okay, so as you can see, we are near to the end. We are on loop 20 out of 20. And let's see the stats, how they are. I'm gonna drag this on this other screen so I can show you as well. And let me also zoom in here. I think that works kind of. I think you can see it, right? Hopefully. As you can see, the GPU temperature has stayed constantly. Maximum was 65. It stayed constantly at like around 63. GPU core clock got an increase from before. It's around high 1800s, 1860, 1875, 1860, very constant. So we like to see that. We got an increase here because of the temperature. Oh yeah, and about the temperature, we like dropped like 2 gears down, and it dropped like 20 degrees. So yeah, I guess this was very worth it. Okay, now let's check out the score. Oh, much better, but still not passed. I guess 40 FPS is not enough for this to pass, but we got a way better score, and we got a 94.6, which is way better. Best loop score was 3674. I'm gonna put on screen like the other results from the last time, and worst loop score was 3477. Frame rate stability 94.6, and number of loops 20, same as before. Here are all the other stats if you want to check them out, but I guess those are not interesting. Well, so yeah, there we have it, guys. Is it worth it to change the thermal paste? Yes, 100% so. If you have an old card and if you've been using it for years, then yes. If you have a new card, as I said, most likely no. Just stay away from it. Like, don't want to like void your warranty and all of that stuff. Like, if you bought it, just like leave it with the stock thermal paste. It does a fantastic job. But if you have a card like how it was in my case, then yes, do change it. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys found this informative. And yeah, I guess this was it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one, whenever that's gonna be. So until then, peace out.